Happy Halloween, everyone, and welcome to a very special Marks on Movies review. Today, I am Troy from Marks on Media / Marks on Movies. No, I didn't do anything new with my hair, but thank you for asking. I decided to do a very special spooky movie review for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, which I finally got around to watching this past weekend, and I had some thoughts, and we'll get into all of that. For once, I'm actually going to do a spoiler-free review, or virtually spoiler-free. I've got to give some movie details, but it's not going to be any major plot point things that is going to ruin the movie for you if you decide to watch it, and if you're like me, and you're dragging your feet to getting around to watching it. But either way, we'll get into all of that. But before we do, if you could please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell to stay up to date every single time I post brand new content. That would be super cool of you, and would be a nice trick instead of a treat here for Halloween. But let's get into all of it right now. I love Tim Burton, and I love most of his stuff. He's not my favorite, but I like his movies. I should say I like Tim Burton. I don't love Tim Burton. I grew up watching the original Batman '89 and Batman Returns. I like Edward Scissorhands. I like most of his stuff that he's done throughout the years. I even like Beetlejuice. I grew up on Beetlejuice. So this I was excited for, I'll say. I even don't totally hate his Alice in Wonderland movies. They're not great. They're okay. But this movie came out, the original Beetlejuice, I should say, came out in 1988, which, for those of you that can math, it's
one eternity later.
Maybe I can't math. It is 30 years in the past. Wow, 36 years in the past. My goodness. That's a long time to wait for a sequel. Some of the people that were in the original are dead now in real life, and they can't come back in this movie because their afterlife isn't real, thank goodness, because it just seems like a terrible place to be.
Yup!
But basically, getting down to the actual movie itself, so it's kind of revealed in the trailer that Lydia's father passes away. She starts off, she's a psychic medium that can see ghosts and talks to people about their deceased loved ones and whatever on TV and makes a whole show out of it. She's got a guy that's her manager / boyfriend that's a real chode. She doesn't talk to her daughter, who's played by Jenna Ortega. She's away at like a girls' boarding school. And her stepmom has become a famous artist that is off in the city doing stuff. So they're all kind of doing their own thing. And right away, Lydia gets a call from her stepmom that her father has passed away. He got eaten by a shark when his plane crashed.
What? What the fuck?
Which, yes, is a little bit of a spoiler, but there's a reason for that. They needed to keep the original actor out of the movie. Jeffrey Jones, who played Charles Dietz in the original film, it's come to light that he is an offender of sorts, if you know what I mean. He's on a registry, if you catch my drift.
Ew, David!
It's not something that they wanted attached to this film, but obviously he played the original actor, so they use his likeness in pictures just to show, like, at the funeral and such, and on his gravestone, and they also do like a little claymation thing where they make the person look like him. But they find creative ways not to have him in this movie, but still have the character in the movie. I thought that was good. But getting to the relationship between Lydia and Astrid, again, this a little spoilery, but it's not anything that's like, oh my gosh, this is going to ruin the movie for you. It's just all set up kind of stuff. So they stopped talking after Lydia and her ex-husband, who's Astrid's father, split up, got divorced, and he went off to the Amazon somewhere because he's like some bleeding heart, and he likes to do like what is it, peace, the Peace Corps and all that kind of stuff, and he died while out there, or at least they think he died. They haven't heard from him since then. So but anyway, that kind of created a rift between them because they mourned separately, and Lydia didn't really know what to do for her daughter. She was kind of into herself, and then Astrid ended up pulling away from Lydia because she couldn't depend on her anymore. And so there's a big rift, and that's a big storyline piece here. The Dietzes all end up having to go back to the house from the first movie where they hold a funeral for Charles, and Delia is kind of dealing with it in her own weird way, and Astrid and Lydia are trying to Lydia's trying to form a relationship with Astrid, but she's also got her butthead boyfriend getting in there, being a real chode, and there's something that goes on with Astrid where she meets a boy, and you can kind of tell right away something is going on here. You don't know what, but something is going on.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That plays a major role. Also, if you know that they announced it, that Monica Bellucci's in the movie. She plays Beetlejuice's wife, or ex-wife, if you will. But she's hunting Beetlejuice throughout the whole movie. Willem Dafoe is in it playing an actor who he's passed away because he did all of his own stunts, and it ended up being his demise. And now he's running around trying to find Beetlejuice and help Beetlejuice, but also kind of capture Beetlejuice for breaking the laws and whatever. And he's not a real cop. He's playing a cop, and it's really weird. A lot of this is really weird.
Weird.
Astrid gets mixed up with the boy. There's the stuff going on with the Dietz's family. There's the rift between Lydia and Astrid. There's Beetlejuice's wife, ex-wife, whatever, hunting him down. There's stuff going on between Lydia and her boyfriend. There's just a lot of stuff going on with different characters, and it just felt like too much to me. I feel like there was like 3 movies in one here. Like he really, like Tim Burton really wanted to make 3 movies, and couldn't decide on which storyline he liked best, so he crammed them all into one and made Beetlejuice, and it just felt like a narrative mess to me. There was so much going on. I didn't like have necessarily a hard time keeping up, but I was like, okay, so this is going on, what's going to happen then? Oh, that got resolved fairly quickly. Okay, so moving on to the next thing. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that got wrapped up fairly quickly as well. Okay, well, what's going on here? And then it all gets tied into a big confusing ending. The ending was so weird.
Not good. Believe me, not good.
This one, it's like, is it the end? What did I just watch here? I don't know what the hell I just watched. And I don't know if that was his intention, Tim Burton that is, pronouns pal. But my God, it was just, like I said, it was a confusing mess. And there were too many, like, in my opinion, movie headlining storylines going on. And you just said, no, F it. It's going to be an 1.5-hour movie or 2-hour movie, however long it was. It felt like it went on for eternity. Like, I was there forever. And nothing felt satisfying when it wrapped up, in my opinion. I just felt like, wow, there were these big things going on, and you were just like, no, it's done. We fixed it. It's done. Especially the storyline with his ex-wife. I was like, wow, that, okay? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, it was there, and it's gone.
And it's gone.
What?
It's gone. It's all gone.
All of it was just very jumbled, and I realized that he kind of, I think he broke the fourth wall like once or twice in the first movie. In this one, he broke the fourth wall all the time. Like, Beetlejuice became Deadpool all of a sudden. And I get that he's a goofy character, but he was like over the top goofy with this one.
What the hell is even that?
There was one particular thing where he's going through his backstory, and it's like, it's supposed to look like an old-timey Spanish horror film, Spanish noir, whatever, and he's speaking, like somebody else is narrating it for him, and there are subtitles for everything he's saying, and it's all like an old crackly Spanish voice, whatever. That was just really, I get that Tim Burton probably, like, that tickled him. He thought it was funny. It went on forever. That scene went on for like 10 minutes. I'm like, my God, what is going on here? It didn't feel like Beetlejuice. Just at the end of the day, none of it felt like it captured the magic of the original. And I think that's the problem with a lot of these movies, is they don't care about capturing the magic of the original. They're going to do their own thing. And they're just coasting off the original IP. If this movie, if you shaved a lot of the stuff off and concentrated on one or two things, and you left that, or you made this movie like even 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when they were originally talking about it, I think, it would have been a lot better. But they waited like 36 years to make this film. It's insane. And it wasn't good. And I see this so many times when they try to do these sequels to these old movies, and it doesn't work. I guess we'll see with the new Gladiator coming out if this works, but this one sure didn't. Prey was fine, the new Predator movie. Even though I liked the last two Ghostbusters films, Afterlife and Frozen Empire, nobody's going to be talking about them in 10 years. Nobody's going to be watching them like, oh man, you want to put on those films like they're Halloween classics like they do with Ghostbusters 1 and 2. It's just not going to happen. So that's really sad. But yeah, Beetlejuice, I think did well. It coasted off of the good nature, the good vibes, and the IP. I think people were really hyped up to see it. They liked the cast. Jenna Ortega usually brings people in, which I don't know. She's okay. I'm just tired of seeing her in anything, really. Like, she's the same character all the time, and I just don't really give a crap, you know? But either way, it is what it is. The tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes for this gives it a 77, whereas the popcorn meter, which is like the viewers vote, that's at 80%. I don't know. I couldn't wait for this movie to be over, and I was really looking forward to it, too. That's why my wife was like, I guess we can watch it. Even though she loves the original Beetlejuice, she thought the trailer didn't look all that good, and I disagreed, but I watched it, and she ended up falling asleep partway through it, and woke up towards the end, and was like, wow, I'm glad I slept through that. I couldn't totally disagree.
This guy gets it.
I guess I have a different opinion than pretty much everybody else. It seems like if it's getting 80% overall. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. I really would like to hear from you all. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Do you share the same concerns with it? Do you think the way I think with it? Because I don't know. It just didn't click with me. And I was really going in, really wanting to like it. And I just didn't. But let me know down in the comment section. I'd love to converse with you. Also, if you could please share this video around to everyone you know, I would greatly appreciate it. And before you go, if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that little bell to be notified every time I post brand new content. I post brand new stuff Monday through Friday every single week. This is a special Halloween movie review from me, ya boy, Troy, from Marks on Movies. And we'll see you next time.